Well, I can best describe it in three words.
Yeah.
For the welfare of their child.
Child.
So you have to be very planned, you have to be very proactive
Yeah.
when you have a baby.
I want to conclude so that we can move forward scientifically.
Right.
This is the product of, this is the result of the birth of the baby. This is the product of the third member of the family. That is the point I want to get it confirmed from you.
They feel that we have now to live together for the welfare of our children.
Yeah,
and
this is, finally, I found something very, very important. Now, this is the point. See, agree.
agree.
Salim, you wanted to say something.
I wanted to say that every cloud has a silver lining.
Yeah, true.
So when the child is born, of course there are problems,
True.
but the solutions are always there.
True.
But
Each title has number of demands. Each title has number of responsibilities.
Exactly.
yes, sir.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Agreed.
Can you please elaborate now the responsibilities which that husband now was having? Are those responsibilities the same now, or responsibilities now they are added or they have increased now? That's the question.
Well, I think responsibilities will increase exponentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
excellent.
First, he was only taking care of his wife,
Yeah.
but now he has to take care of his children, his
Okay.
child, I should
Okay.
say. And then perhaps if he was working 7 hours a day, for example, now he has to work perhaps 8 hours a day because he
Yeah.
has to meet all the economic fallout.
Yeah.
Because when you are growing a child, you have to take care of his needs, and
Yeah.
that demands certain, there are certain financial issues with
Yeah.
that. We have to handle that.
Excellent.
And for example, if his child is ill, so if he is ill, then he has to take care of his medical expenses. So I think his responsibilities will increase exponentially.
Excellent. Keep your point with you now. Keep my question in mind. That responsibilities now increase now that in responsibilities. That's fine.
Exactly.
And let me now clear now his understanding. But that's very, very important point. Now I'm going to raise now. I am going to understand. It shall help us know that in understanding now the concept which we are going to conclude finally.
Yes,
now.
sir.
Joint family system. See, the husband was doing something for the wife.
Yes, sir.
Or the wife was doing something for the husband. Or each of the two was doing something for himself, for herself, or for
Each
other.
Each other.
Or for the other. Each were doing for the other.
Yes.
My question now, you said that it has increased, or you added the word burden.
Yes, sir.
Each of the two is burdened now. Burden is increased.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
In both senses. Suppose the husband was at the earning end and the wife was at the domestic end. I mean, she was taking care of the house, and the husband was that the source of that income. Now he was working outside, etc. Or it can be vice versa.
Yes, sir.
We have no issue. I mean, Islam has no issue at all. That even the wife can work. These are things we can discuss later on.
Yes, sir.
See, as one addition takes place, what happens? Burden increases.
Yes, sir.
The male parent has to do more work, and same is the case with the female parent.
This is your point.
Yes,
No?
yes.
My question: why? For whom?
Well, I can best describe it in three words.
Yeah.
For the welfare of their child.
Child. That is a point. That the father has to take extra burden for the sake of the baby. The mother has to take extra burden for the sake of the baby.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sorry, I can't tell you the burden which the wives have to take over in this part of the world.
Okay.
Even though at the daytime, the baby disturbs the mother, and as the night falls, the husband starts disturbing. The wife is away. No peace, no rest. See, burden increases. Do they take pleasure in having that more burden, or they take it as fatigue, or they start abusing, or they start that agitating, or they start disliking it? Do they have pleasure in this? That adopting this that burden?
Well, I think when it comes to taking care of a child, then responsibilities increase. We do agree with on this point. But
Yeah.
as you are talking about fatigue or taking it as a burden, no, I don't think so. They don't take it as burden, but after effects are there.
Yeah.
Side effects will be there. You will see that their anxiety level or their depression level might increase.
True.
Okay, and that depression or anxiety may result in not being taking care of child in a positive manner.
True.
Sometimes that results in absolutely they are overburdened, and as resultantly they start punishing each other emotionally.
True. It
And that is the worst outcome of when you are having a child, especially in the initial months, in the initial few months,
Yeah.
when the child is disturbing you both at night and at the daytime as well.
True. Dearest viewers, actually these are points that they are very helpful that in understanding the concepts of the joint family system, the benefits, the advantages and disadvantages. See, this misunderstanding, sometimes this fatigue, this tiredness, this exhaustion, and sometimes the result of this exhaustion is that sometimes fight, etc.
Yes.
Outbursting. It is a result of or the product of the child.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
That all this happens due to that child.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir. I do agree.
So let's know that. I 2 points actually I
Yes,
have
sir.
come to now. Man, do you remember the question?
Yes, sir.
Please.
The recent one or the previous one?
The first one. The first one. Which he responded and I got 2 clarifications That was the question. He forgot. He might have forgotten.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
See, parents are there. Parents now. The moment they start taking care of their child, changes will take place. Addition to the responsibilities which they have to make. The point is clear.
Yes, sir.
And the results of carrying out those responsibilities, the added responsibilities, addition due to the birth of the baby. That was my question.
Obviously, there are extra work to do. Extra finances are required to take care of the child, to feed him or her, to clothe her or him.
True.
And ultimately, your utensils in the kitchen also increases.
Yeah.
Your crockery increases.
True.
Your shopping increases.
Okay.
Each and everything increases.
Okay.
Even your traveling expenses increases.
Yeah.
So you have to be very planned. You have to be very proactive.
Yeah.
When you have a baby.
Okay.
And secondly, the second question was why they outburst.
Yeah.
So I would like to disagree with him.
Yeah.
That this is not because of the child or the
Okay.
baby, but because they cannot properly plan it.
Okay.
Or they are not counseled properly,
Okay.
or they are not ready.
Okay.
Sometimes there might be some selfishness is over there.
Okay.
So sometimes it's quite natural that our parents get angry, or
Yeah.
any parents can get angry over the children
Okay.
for their betterment.
Yeah.
But in this case, which we are talking about, I think this is not just because of the baby.
Okay.
It's just not because they are not well planned, are not well counseled,
Okay.
and they are trying to run away from their responsibilities.
Okay.
So sometimes there might be some happening outside the family, in job issue is over there, and the pressure is going to be released on the weakened areas, which
Okay.
the family is the softest corner, where you can easily, especially a male can easily release his frustration.
My question. You were talking about planning now, that they are not planned, they are not well counseled now. Question again. See, suppose there's no baby. Let's go back now. Only husband and wife, they're living together. Now these fights are there, misunderstandings are there, confusions are there. Do all these things happen even before marriage?
Yes, it can
So
happen.
it means, if they happen, it means it's quite natural, no? But my question was, is there increase to all this? That is the question, no? Increase to family, or increase in family, or addition to the members of the family, 2 to 3. Is there addition to these problems? That was a question, and Mr. Salim rightly said that there is increase. There is increase in work, there is increase in burden, there is increase in pleasures even, no?
Yes.
Even there is increase in worries. Problems, no, they increase. No doubt, no? That was a question, no, that does it happen?
Well,
The reason I'm not talking about. You're talking they're not well planned. Why? It means they were supposed to plan something, keeping the third one in view. It means planning failure is due to the addition. They were to be well counseled. Why? Due to increase.
Yes, sir.
So again, whatever is happening, that is due to that increase. That is my point. If you don't agree, I can now reframe my question.
Well, in our society, especially in the subcontinent, there are families where men are not cooperating with the wife.
Okay.
But when they have children, usually men get very cooperative. But it's not in every case, but in many cases. And wives are telling that he was not like that, and he was very, he usually comes late, but after we have a baby now, he's a mature man. So I would like to add here, Bacon, that children sweetens the labor.
Yeah.
So sometimes for male, we are living in a male-dominant society. So sometimes having a child, it creates close relationship between husband and wife, which was not previously there.
Sorry, keep this point in your mind, please. Yeah, I want to conclude so that we can move forward scientifically.
Right.
You just said that in our society, the husband, they're cooperative, or if the cooperation continues, there shall be no problem. The moment cooperation lacks, or someone ignores, or when someone becomes non-cooperative, the problems arise. My question again, the same. It means your level of cooperation, the requirement of this cooperation is more now. It increases. Why this increase is there? This is a point now. This is the result of the birth of the baby. This is the product of the third member of the family. That is the point I want to get it confirmed from you.
Well, now there is a third person in the family, which you are having emotional attachment.
Yeah.
And you feel it that it is a blood of my blood.
Yeah.
So that, and you feel that.
Yeah.
The wife feels that he needs a father.
Yeah.
And the husband feels that he needs a mother.
Yeah. True.
So they feel that we have now to live together for the welfare of our children.
Yeah, this is finally I found something very, very important. Now this is the point. See.
And if we strive together, or if we are going to quarrel, so it may psychologically affect our children, which is very dear to us.
Wait. The third point. Actually, there is something going on in my mind regarding that point. See, it means that the behavior of both, the titles, husband and wife. No, they are not husband-wife only. No, they are parents. I mean, the male parent and the female parent.
Exactly.
Husband and wife, no, they are the male parent and the female parent. I mean, the father and mother. The parents. See, they start living for their child, for their baby,
Exactly.
And each of the two expects the best from himself, from herself, and from other as well.
Exactly.
That is the point, You agree,
Agreed.
That the parents, they start sacrificing their lives, their time, even their cooperation, each and everything they start sacrificing for their child. Agree. Salim, you wanted to say something.
I wanted to say that every cloud has a silver lining.
Yeah, true.
So when the child is born, of course there are problems,
True.
but the solutions are always there.
True.
But